This is a website that I have already developed and delivered to the clients. Okay,
Okay.
and they are already using it presently. But if you come here now, if you come to the URL, you realize that it is omitendatosh.borderlesskills.com, which is not their main domain name. But if you come to the main website that I just opened, it is still the same website, okay? The same website, but now on the original domain name of the company, which is omitendatosh.com. So, do you understand what this means? Before I just want to be sure you have an idea. Anyone?
Okay. I think this is like the one you like I said the one you used to create the main website. Like I don't get
Okay,
like your
very
own
good.
like
Yeah, you tried. You tried. At least you're on the path. So what this means is that this www.borderlesskills.com is a website on its own, is a domain name on its own. Omitendatosh.borderlesskills.com is a subdomain. So now omitendatosh.com is the main domain name owned by that company. Borderlesskills.com is a separate domain name owned by us. But now you will now see omitendatosh.borderlesskills.com. It means it is a domain name attached to borderlesskills.com, which means it can have its own different setup. You can build its own website on it that will be different from borderlesskills.com. It's a subdomain. We call it subdomain. Now, this omitendatosh.com, what they do, you can see what they do here is a different website. Let me now show you another website. Let me show you that is a subdomain of omitendatosh.com. Academy, can you see this is academy.omitendatosh.com. You can have trainees.omitendatosh.com. You can have whatever dot. It's a different website entirely, but using the same domain. You are not buying that domain again. You are still operating on the same domain name, but then you are trying to have separate websites with using the same domain name, but a subdomain. Now, let's go to this academy.homeinternet.com. I get that you understand where I'm going now. I just want you to understand uh, this concept of subdomains and what it is used for and how it can benefit you as a developer that is just upcoming. This is the subdomain. Can you see this subdomain website is different from the main website? This is Academy owned by Omintedatosh. So you can have shop dot a website domain. That means you have a shop different that you don't want to display on the same website, but different from the main website, and you just attach it together. So the concept I want to show you is that I built this website on my own domain name because we own borderlesskills.com. But I needed to build a website for this company, and they request that they want to see that website first before moving to their own main domain name. So I have to, create a subdomain so that I can be able to build the website. And then I presented it to them, and they were like, "Wow, now they are ready to delete their former website and bring this one to display on their original website, which is homeinternettouch.com." So, and that is what we have done. We've been able to transfer this website now to their original domain name. Two things I'm trying to tell you here. You can develop a website on a subdomain before moving into the client domain or the original domain name, the permanent one. You can build it. And another thing is that if you have a single domain name, you can have several subdomains. Once your hosting capacity is able to carry it, you can have several subdomains where you can build different projects and test run. For example, when I started Team Developers, I built it on a different subdomain, teamdevelopers.testleaders.com, so that I could be able to test run the business. Is it going to fly? Are people going to subscribe? This and that before I decided to buy teamdevelopers.com properly. So that is one benefit of using a sub domain. And then another thing is that I was able to develop this website without interfering with their former website. Because it is possible that you have a business, you come in contact with a business or a company that already has a website, but they don't like the interface of their website. So they wouldn't like a situation whereby you just wipe off their present website without having anything to present to their new customers trying to access the website. So it's very important for you to build your website on a different subdomain, so that it can be a different domain, it can be a subdomain on a different platform, so that when you are done with it, then you use it to replace their existing websites, so that in the period of during the period of development, there won't be issues like a client comes to their website and they can't meet any information. And at times, you are going to be using the content on their old website to build the new one you are building. So you don't want to wipe off all of those things except you have a means of backing it up. But most companies prefer you to build elsewhere and then be able to transfer the files to their present website. So tonight I am done with this subdomain because we already moved it to the original website, and I want to wipe it off because I want to still continue to use the same subdomain, to build other things. In fact, we want to use the subdomain to practice tonight. So we want to have a clean dashboard. So what I want to do is that I want to wipe off all of these things, or I don't know, maybe I should inspect it for you so that you can see how it is built. Maybe I should inspect this for you. But I want to teach you how to wipe off. For example, I know you are working on a dashboard right now. You have a dashboard. Maybe you've made lots of mistakes and you don't even like what you're building, and you feel like you just want to reset, or maybe you've made a lot of mistake with Teams or with plugins or with certain settings. You've tampered with it, and you want to wipe off the whole thing and reset it in such a way that you have a clean dashboard, as if you just installed your WordPress. That is what we're going to be doing uh, on this website. We're going to be wiping it off, resetting it completely, and I'll teach you the simple plugin. I told you the last time, plugins you are those software you use to add functionalities or perform certain tasks on your website. So there's a plugin that does that job, that just helps you to clean up the database, everything, and then reset it for you in such a way that you have a clean dashboard. But before we do that, I want to edit this project so that you can see, refresh your memory of sections, columns. I know you'll be interested in seeing how we did this, how we added all of these things. You'll be interested in that. I know you'll be interested in how we were able to place this form. I know you'll be interested in how we're able to do all of these things. Then this counter. So I'm going to edit this project right now so that you can see how it is done. And even this hero section, even though we are still going to build our own hero section, but then I should, before wiping this website off, let me, or do you want us to go ahead, please? Anyone, let me know what you want. Would you like to see how this website looks like on the editing mode, or you want us to go ahead? What's your opinion, Gary?
Let's see how it looks like.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So what you do here is edit. Just come to edit with Elementor. Click on it. So we're going to have the editing mode. We need lots of patience tonight because of this network. MTN network can be very expensive, but as a developer, when you want to do live jobs, you may have to just bear the cost. Uh, Sometimes you may just have to bear the cost because it's faster and it allows you to do a lot of things. Sorry, I'm not the marketing on that network. Yeah, it's just a fact. So as you can see here, the first section, which is the hero section, has a single what is it called? A single section, and that single section we use what we call slider revolution to build all of these things that you are seeing. This with all these animations, we use what we call slider revolution. That is a plugin. I know you know that now. It's a plugin that helps you to build uh, hero sections in a very with lots of motions, with lots of what's it called, lots of effects, whatever you want to do. Slider evolution takes care of that. All you need to do is just edit that section and then bring in that slider. Take for example now, let's say here I want to add a new section and add that same slider evolution, just come to plus. And at this stage, we are selecting one section. I've just selected one section. So I want to add this same slider evolution that we have developed. I'm going to show you how to develop that on the slider evolution, but I want to show you how to bring it here now. So let's say we want to bring in that slider evolution. Just type slider, in our um, section. Just type slider evolution. You can use the slider evolution Cs, drag it inside. You can see now it is asking you to select that uh, the modules of the slider that you have designed. Select the one you want to display. So assuming we have been able to design lots of sliders, you will have all of them here. But because this is the only one I designed for this project, so you just add plus, and then let's just hold on for it. It's going to display. You can change this to full screen, stretch width, and yeah, we can update that. Let's hold on for it. It's going to display. Can you see now? Remember, we added it just under these sections. Now you can see it has displayed. So what you would like to know, this is how to bring what you have designed, the hero section you have been able to design on Slider Evolution. This is the simple way to bring it to your website. So easily now we can make this our hero section, the first page. So now what you would like to know next is how to even design this on the Slider Revolution. Of course, it is going to be a plugin, Slider Revolution plugin. But how to now do it inside that plugin is what we'll talk with majorly tonight. So let's go back to where we are editing. Let's delete this back. Now, another thing you would like to just refresh our memory is that this section that you can see is just a section with three columns, and then all of this effect that it is going up and down, it's just an advanced. Just come to advance and do your motion effects and all of those things. You already just play with them, play with all of these settings. We can do all of them in the class. Just play with all of these settings and use your own creativity to design whatever you want to design, whatever effect, whatever motion you want to put. Just add in all of them here. Yeah. So also you can see this is just an image. Here we have two sections. The first section, we have a section, the first column and the second column. Inside this first section, we have an image. So it's just in the just select your image in the image box. We can easily say, okay, design. We can easily select another image to replace that place. Let's say we have another image. Okay, can you see? Now we've selected another image uh, to replace that section. Now you can see the image has two images laid upon each other. This is what you can do with Canva or Photoshop. Just put your image on each other and then you export it and then you bring just the same way you edit images and bring it here. That is if you want this kind of style. Another thing I would like to show us about images is how you can add, what's it called? How you can add um, mask to your image. If you don't want it to appear like this raw, you don't want it to appear square like this, just the way the image is. You want to add some design, some shapes to it. You can easily come to style or come to advanced, come to mask, turn on mask. Can you see now? It has round. But if you don't want the circle, you can come to shape, change it to flower if that is what you want. Can you see? If you want sketch, if you want the one I feel you should always use is this blob. Yeah, you love using this. It's very nice. Yeah, this is very nice. It just makes your design very beautiful instead of just leaving it as square. So you agree with me? Which one would you take? This square or this design? So these are some of the things you can do with your projects. So that is how to, just for you to know that okay, this has two sections, the image and then these sections. This is an heading, this is a paragraph, this is a button. It's very simple. And then this is also this about us is also a paragraph that was styled. So that is that. Okay, so this is what we call an accordion. I think I should show you how to build an accordion. Let me just show you. Let's create a section. Let's create a section. I want to show you how to build an accordion. We need
Sir,
to set.
please
We need to.
can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Please, can you spell the accordion, please? I want to get some.
We are building an accordion now. Don't worry. We are
Oh,
building an
okay.
accordion now. Okay. Yeah, we are building an accordion. So I want to select two sections. Two columns rather on this section. Right now, I need an image to fill this part. I need an image. Guys, let's choose an image. Let's say I want this image to fill that part. Yeah. And then here I want my heading first. But I don't want a white background. I don't want a white background. So you can easily come to this section. You want to change the section of the old background. Just for us to see how this thing is done. Come to style, come to colors, background. You want to change it to you want to give it a color. So let's just find a color to just represent what we are trying to do. I want a color different from this blue. So let's just choose red. Just for you to understand what we're trying to do. Let's change it to white. Okay. So we can copy this text. So if you don't want to do, this is a manual one because you are learning, I think it's good to walk you through the manual ones. So this is the manual process of doing this. If you want to build it from scratch, this is just a manual process of doing it. And then you have your button. Say a button there, okay, a button. You have your button. And if you don't want to customize a button, I know you may be interested in how to build a button that has this kind of gradient. Let me show you that. So come to your button, edit. You want to edit the button. You come to style because you are styling your button. Then you come to text color, background color. Instead of selecting the classic, you select gradient. Select gradient. Can you see? Now you have options for two colors. So you want your first color to be blue. That's blue because that is the brand, the color of the brand. Then you want your second color to be the light version. And then another thing you want to do is, okay, you want to, can you see this goes from left to right, but this is going from top to bottom. So what you want to do is change the location. Okay, no. You want to change the angle. Yeah. It's in white now. So can you see? The more you change it, so you can see, you can change the angle to whichever angle you want. Then you can change the location. Which one do you want more? Do you want the first color to go more or you want the second color? So you can change it the way you want. That is just how to bring gradient button. But the button is small, right? So let's come to content and let's give it a large, let's give it a large button. Why is it now? Type something there. Okay. So, and you can decide to have a space. You can decide to have an icon if you want. Come to icon library. Let's select arrow. Let's give it arrow that points to the right. Insert, but you don't want the arrow to come first. You want it to go to be at the right side. So after, change this icon position, change it to what after, and then it's too close to each other. You want to give it space, give it a space. Now you can see how to develop a button. Okay, you when you over on it, you want the can you see when you over on this, nothing happens. But I like the fact that can we do when you over on it, you want uh the colors to alternate. Yeah, those are some of the creativities you can put on your design that you can use to wow your client down. Be like, wow. So come to your style. You are styling the button, don't forget. And come to over. This one we just did is the normal for the normal one that it displays. But when you over your button, over means when you place your button on it, what happens? So when you over, that is when you place your button on it, you don't want it to remain static like this. You want to add some effect. So what you just do at that stage is okay, you want it to do you want to use the classic color, the classic style whereby it is not a gradient. Then you may say you want to change the color to it should turn to green. I want us to see that I'm taking my cursor to over. Okay, probably because I've not saved. You should I expect it to change by now. Probably because let's use let's use this and see. Okay, now okay. The reason it is not changing is because on our normal design, we used gradients. So you also have to use gradient style on the overing. So let's use our over to interchange. We are selecting the light color first, then the second one we are selecting the deep color. So let's take it over. Can you see? Can we see? But we want to change the angle too. So we also want to give increase that. So can we see? So that is just a simple way to now you can see. That is just a simple way to change to infect overing. Now, let's say when you put your cursor, you also want it to, perform some animations. You can come to over animation and change it to pause. Can you see? That is when that person puts cursor to click. You can change it to pause. Then you can set to change it to okay. Let's say pause grow. Can you see? But the one I like to use most is grow. You don't want to complicate your website with all this kind of just let it grow normally. Just let it grow normally and make it simple. Make your website simple. Don't complicate it. If you like, some people will use rotate. I know some people use all this kind of. There's this. Yeah, there's this funny one there. All this. Some people would like to use all of these stuff, but yeah, I'll just advise you go for the simple ones. You can use shrink. It's shrink inside, or you can use grow. So those are the simple ones you can use. Yeah. So another thing you may want to learn how to do manually. I'll still teach you the fastest route to build all of these things. But what I'm teaching you now is how to do it in a normal way in the situation whereby you don't have those tools. uh we just dragged heading to build this, and we also just dragged text to do this, and we also just dragged button to do this. Now we want to build something like this. These our services. I know you'll be interested in okay, how was this developed? This our okay, fine. So let's do that. First thing we want to realize is that this column, this is short. This our services is short. So let's bring inner section. That is, our services now takes like, let's say, like one third of the space of this column. So we also want to do the same thing here. So right now, all we need to do is just bring a text box or heading or whichever one you want. Let's bring heading and then say uh, our our services. We want to reduce the font size. Yeah, just reduce the font size. Then change the color. Yeah. Now we can see we have this inside what's it called? We have this inside a column entirely. So one way to do this is one. You can decide to style the column, or you can decide to style the text. So I would rather go for styling this column that holds that text, and that way you first have to adjust align this text to come to the center. So vertical align, put it in the middle. Can you see that it changes position to the middle? Horizontal align, put it in the center. Or you can say space between. Yeah, yeah, just put it in the center. Yeah. Another thing we want to do is yeah, look at the alignment. So do you want to align a vertical, or you want to align it horizontally? So now we have it in the middle. So all we need to do is to style the background of this column so that we can have a round curved shape like this around our service, just the same way we have in this about us. So at that stage, all we need to do is come to style. We just clicked on we are style. Don't forget we are assigned this small corner. Come to style, and then come to background. Come to background. What kind of background do we want? Let's give it that background first. Just hold on. You will soon understand what we are doing. And if you don't mind, yeah, if you let me teach you the direct route. You can come to border, okay, and then border type. What kind of border do you want? You want this is what we call border. Uh, this is what we call border. That round stuff, that round shape around our service is the border. And you will see that in the in the middle at the background it is transparent. There's no color at the back. But if you look at this one, you will see there is a light color at the background of this about us, which means that column, that shape itself has a background color, and that border also has a color. It has a border and it also has a color. So let us do two types here. Let's first give it border type. We want it to be solid. What color do we want the border to be? Let's use the same. Can we see? We can see they use the same color. So let's also use the same color. We can see the color is already there. Now, how thick do you want the border to be? So let's use 4 first and see. Now you can see the color is there, but it is too thick, right? It is too thick. Let's change it to 2. Yeah. Now we have it on 2. It is square. Why this one is curved at both sides. So let's also do that. You come to border radius, radius of a cycle, just radius, give it border radius. Now we the more you increase, can you see I'm increasing, I'm pressing that place, I'm increasing. The more you increase it, the more it becomes round at the edge. We can see that now. Now, don't forget one thing we discussed yesterday or on Friday, that when you are dealing with sections, this I just dragged an inner section inside this column. It means this section carries 50, while this one also carries 50. Both are 100 because they forms a section. So it means this is 50, this is 50. So we can decide to give the one, but we want this one to be smaller. So let's give this one 60. Column width, let's give it 60. Can we see now? It is now smaller. Or let's give it 65. It is now smaller. So another thing we can decide to do is, come on, we need a space. We need a space there. We need a space. Yeah, we need that space. It's too close. At least for us to see what we are doing. Okay, so sorry, a call came in. Are you still there? Can you still hear me?
Yes,
Hello.
we can. We
Yes, we
can,
can
Yeah.
hear
yes.
you.
Okay,
Yeah.
please. Are you all following?
we are following.
Okay, good. So now, let's. I think we also need a space. Yeah, I think we also need a space. We also need a space after this button is too close. Yeah, so that we can enjoy what we are doing. Yeah. So now, one thing we can see from here is that our services is still too wide. So it means this column, instead of giving it this second column, instead of giving it 65, why not give it 75? Don't worry. And we see now by the time it can be like this, see, it can be like this when you are developing because our screen has been divided. This section, these settings, this element bar, took part of the screen. That is why you have it shrink up like this. But by the time you view the real website, can you see it is now very good? But you realize that it needs to align with this quality heads and stuff so that our all our designs can align. Can you see it can align to each other? So we need to bring it to this side. So can anyone tell me what we can do to bring it to align to this side? Anyone? Do you have an idea? We talked about it in the last class. What are we going to use?
Margin.
Margin. God bless you. So it's very simple. We are using margin. So all we need to do is click on that column that we are editing, and then we come to this value. If you uncheck this value, if you don't uncheck it, it means every of these values we apply to top. If you write one here, it applies to, can you see? As you're writing it in one, it is applying across board, both to top, right, bottom, and left. But if you uncheck it, you now can customize top separately. You can also customize left, bottom. So now what we need is we need it to move to the left. So you come to your left. Can you see? Give it minus, and then now you have it at that side. I think it's too much, right? Let's take it to 12. Yeah, 12. Yeah, minus 12. Give it negative margin. So that is the simple way to do that. Yeah, the very simple way. So we need a space up there so that we can just. So that is the simple way to do that stuff. Now, you also need, we now want to talk about how to add this accordion, which is one very good feature that you can have on your website. How to have accordion. Yeah. And I think we should also style it too before going to the business of the day. So to do that, I before leaving this side, I want to teach us if you don't want to use bring start customizing heading, start customizing text editor, all of those things. If you don't want to do that, you can easily look at what is being used there. OT heading. You can usually come to your elements and type heading. So that way you will see all of the headings. By the time you install Elementor and some other plugins, that is why I asked to research on plugins. If you install what's the name of this plugin? Essential add-ons, Elementor essential add-ons. It will give you all of these features. So all of these views. Hello everyone. Hello.
Yeah, we are with
Yes,
you.
sir.
Okay, sorry, a call came in. Sorry about that. Yeah. So let's go back. Now, what we want to do, can you still see my screen, please?
Yes.
Okay. So what we want to do is instead of going through all of these manual processes, just of the benefit of teaching you this is because if you don't have access to all of these tools, probably you've not installed it or you don't want to do it, or it's good for you to also learn how to do this manual one. And so you can easily drag your OT heading to wherever you want to place it. You see? drag it. Then what kind of, you already have our services there. Okay. Let's say you want to change it to my our portfolios, our portfolio, or and then let's say this title you want to change it to um, and then okay, why am I typing a capital letter? Sorry. Yeah, just for see how it works. So that way, you see, and you can easily come here and style it the way you want. You can easily come here, color, change the color of the subtitle, change the color of heading, change it the way you want. Let's give this light accent, and then come to let's change for heading. Where's the color for heading? Okay. So that way, can you see you can have these same styles, can have the same styles, and then you also customize. You customize your our portfolio same way you customize that. But I think by the time you load it, if you have those things installed, it should give you this theme automatically. Yeah. So that is it about that. Um, so let's just delete this off. But personally, if you are not in a hurry, I love customizing from the scratch, just like this. And then the benefit of that is that you have the leverage on being able to style whatever you want, use the color you want, use the font size you want, use the shape you want. If you like, you want to bring your service to the middle, this side, you can easily do whatever you want to do. So the next thing we want to do is we want to add accordion. This accordion, we want to bring it here. So just come to your elements too and search for accordion. See? So we have all kinds of accordion. If you want to use the OT accordion, and if you want to use the normal accordion, the default accordion. But because the OT accordion has some interesting features that you may like, you can use that one, and you decide to use the default one that you have to customize from the beginning. So let's use the OT, or because let's use the default one so that you can see how you can customize all of it from the beginning. If you are doing a faster job, you can use the OT one. So you can see this is the template for you. Let's assume what we want is we want to do step one. Maybe what you want in your accordion is step one. Step one. That is for accordion. Then you have the information. You see. So you have the information inside. And then you close that. Let's change this accordion two. You can change it to step two. Step two. Can you see? And you also have the information inside. You cannot, so if you want to make step three, you can either duplicate this. Can you just click on that? Can you see it has changed to step to two, then change it to three? Or it can, and that this I'm just using this steps, step one, step two, step three, just to teach us. It can be real content like this. You know, don't forget you're working on a real project, so it can be real content like this. Let's just copy that one and then insert it here. You can see. So let's copy the body of the project, if you like, but not to waste our time. I don't want us to dwell much on this. So also come back, open it, paste it inside the paragraph section, and that way you have your listing. So if you want to style it, what you need to do is to come to this style. What color do you want the border to have? You style it here. Let's just say, for example, you want it to have this color. Can you see? Can you see that you have that border color? But then you don't need all of those complex styles. Why do you want to have border color? Uncheck that. Then the title. What color do you want to give it? You want to give it do you want to give it this deep color? You want to give it white? Let's give it white. Can you see white? But when it is active, that is when it is the one that is opened, what color do you want to give it? Presently it is in green, but we want to give it this blue, this light blue, which is the brand blue. Can you see it has changed to that blue? Now the paragraph, it is not readable because we need to change the color. So that means you need to come to content. Come to contour. Can you see? So easily you can do whatever you need to do here. Just customize. And you can decide to add new item. The more item you add, and then you begin to edit them. Mm, edit. So just begin to edit whatever you want to edit. So it's as simple as that, depending on the project you are using. So that is the simple way to create accordion. And all of these things you are seeing is background color. So just customize the way you want. You can these icons, they are just you just add it. Just add all of those things. Do you want icons? Do you want content? All of those things. So just customize the way you want. Use the OT accordion too. Just type OT accordion and then just drag it there. So can you see? Automatically you have those styles done for you. So you don't need to stress yourself doing style. All you need to do is just to change the color of the background. Let's say you want to change the color, uh, the content. You want to change the color of the content so that it can be readable. Can you see? I've just changed the color of the content, and if you come to this place, it's already changed across board. So whatever, so the style has been done for you. So that's the beauty of using Elementor Page Builder and using their add-ons, their free add-ons. So that is it about that. I believe you understand how to do accordion now. So whatever it is you want to build, just find it here. Whatever it is, if you want a price list, take for example, you must be wondering, oh, how did I do this? Let's go to testleaders.com, our DMSP plan. You must be wondering, oh, how did I do this pricing plan? It's not complex. Just come to that place and just find pricing plan and just drag it there and begin to edit. Okay, you must be wondering, how was I able to build this? Eh? Even though I built this one from scratch, it's not like I used that template. In fact, all of the things you see on this website was not used with the template, it was from scratch. But then these are things you just come here and say, okay, I want to build, I need a pricing list. Eh? Let's open another section. Let's open another section. You need a pricing list. Just come over to that place, type pricing list. Can you see? And just see OT pricing table. Just drag it there. You see, you have a pricing list already. So all you need to do now is to duplicate it. How many pricing lists do you want? You want 3. Duplicate it to 3. It's as simple as APC. And then what you need to do is start, okay, how much do you want to your plan? Okay, this plan is not standard, it's basic. You see, it's basic. Okay, this plan is not standard, it's premium. So you must be thinking of a business you want to do that's right now, that's will you will bill people, pay for basic plan. Do you okay, is it design, is it website, pay the basic plan, so price. And then okay, let's say you want to change the amount you're spending. You can easily come to price and say, okay, this one is $100. And if you like, we don't want dollars, go to Google, copy Naira sign. Just copy Naira sign. And see that all of these things are very simple. Copy Naira sign and go back to that place, replace it. Can you see replace it with Naira? So you simply have Naira in that place. So if you are charging, let's say you are charging 10,000 Naira. So whichever way you want it. So you are charging 10,000 Naira per what? Is it per M2 per year per month? So if you like, write it in full. Then what are the features? What is your plan offering? What will they get from that 10,000 Naira? Write all of them here. Whatever it is you want to write, write it here. Then what action? Pay now. Is it pay now? Do you want pay now? Do you want pay now? Yeah? Or do you want choose a plan? Choose now. Choose. Or let me see, what did I even use on my plan? Okay, choose plan. So whatever it is, the action you want them to take, just put it there and you have it. You can customize all of this. If you don't want this color, go to style. Go to style. Go to content. Eh? Find border button. Can you see button? change the background color. If you want that color, change it. Can you see? And then when you over, if you want it to be deep blue, okay, if you want it to be, change it to deep blue, over on it. Can you see? So customizing all of anything you want to do on your website, it's as simple as that. So I believe you've been able to gain little about how to maximize your pages, how to do whatever you want to do. Just come to this elemental element and find whatever it is you want to do. Find it. If you want to insert images gallery, come here. This is it. Just drag it there and upload your images inside. So whatever it is you want to do, just come to that place. Do you want to upload music? Do you want to upload videos? Come to that place. Is it toggle? Is it rating? Is it images that flies carousels? Come to that place and just drag it there. And then, do you want to embed Facebook posts to appear on your website? Just come over here and drag it there. Do you have a table of content you want to display it? Just come over there and drag it and start uploading your table of content. It's very simple. So now I believe we are through with this now. I can now move forward to uh, wipe off this website just like we said. So I've been able to show you how we did all of these things. Now, let me show you how this form. This form now, all you need to do is create, this is a short code. Okay, let me copy this short code. Well, I'll still teach you how to, get this short code. Now, let's say I need this form here. Let's say I need this form here, a new section. I've created a new section. Come to this element, type short code. That is how to add anything external that requires short code. See, so it's asking me enter my short code here. Input your short code. Can you see the form is already there? So all you need to do is there's a plugin for forms. Build the form. Once you create the form, just like if you are creating a Google form, the form will generate a short code and ask you to go and place it on your website. Just come over here and drag short code and place your short code inside, and you are ready to display your website, your form. And if you want to add text to it, you can easily add a section and say, okay, I'm adding a text. Contact us, contact me, or get in touch.
Longer audible.
Hello, are you asking a question?
Yes, the audio is no longer audible.
Okay, is it for everyone? Can you all hear me?
We can hear you.
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Okay, so probably is that person's network or so. Yeah. So easily you can, I just dragged in a paragraph that I can say, okay, give them instruction as to how to use the form. Fill the short form below, and we'll get with you. We'll get in touch with you shortly. Thanks. You know, and then you have it. If you like, change the color, come to style, change the color, whatever you want to do with it, style it the way you want. You need a space up there, give it a space. You also need a space in the middle, give it a space. Boom, you have your form. Anybody is ready to fill it. So that is it. So now, just like we said, for those who missed the starting point, I was able to explain to them what's it called, subdomain, and I showed them why we're using this to explain to you guys. This is a website we developed for a company that we've already delivered, but this is where we built it before transferring to the main. I'm saying it again for the purpose of those who just joined, and then we have to transfer it to the main subdomain, to the main domain. But this subdomain now still resides with us, and I just explained to them the different benefits of working with subdomain. So for those of you who came late to the class, you can rewatch the video to watch that part. So I don't want to go back to that side because we don't really have time. We spent over an hour already. So and we still have a lot to cover tonight. So I'm just going to exit now. You can just come to that side, that same place. Just come here and exit your dashboard. Uh, so it's asking where am I exiting to? I'm not going to the post. I'm going to my dashboard. Just select your dashboard and apply. It's asking me, do I want to leave the site just because I didn't update? It's just for practice. I don't need it. So I'm leaving. So what we are going back to the dashboard to do is I now want to reset. Take for example, I've explained this before others came in. If for example you begin to have issues on your website, or you don't like what you built, and you feel like you want to reset your website completely, you want to restore everything to the beginning, you want to start from the scratch, you want to delete all your plugin or your themes, you want to restart from the beginning afresh, you want a clean dashboard that does not have anything installed on it, you know that is what we want to do. We want to clear off that website that you saw us working on. We want to clear it off. So I told you there's a plugin for that. We already explained what plugin means. Plugins are just softwares that add extra functionalities to your website. Whatever it is you want to do, there's a plugin for it. Whatever it is you need, whatever functionalities you need on your website, there's a plugin for it. So right now we need a plugin that can help us reset the database, format the file manager, all images, all designs, everything we have done on the website, different pages, and we want it gone so that we can start afresh. We want a new dashboard. So just come to plugin, come to add new. You see? So let's click on it and not wait for it to load. Let's wait for it to load. Now, this is a plugin page. And I think I should show you. Okay, let's go to installed plugin first. I think I should, before wiping it up, I should show you all the plugins on the website that you saw, all the plugins that worked on it. This is one, header builder, which means it is used to build header. And you also saw another one, footer builder. It is also used to build footer. So the plugin page is open so that we can see all the plugins used to develop that website. Okay, so this is the plugins page. Now you can see all-in-one WP migration. I just told you that we developed this website for a company uh, that resides in the UK, but now starting their branch in Nigeria. We developed the website for them on the basis of you develop it on your own platform. Show when I'm satisfied with it, I will pay you, and then you can use it to replace. If it is better than the one I have, then you can use it to replace the one that I have. So I have to build it on this subdomain attached to borderlesskills.com, then show it to the client, and then where the moment she agreed that, oh, this is far better than the one we've been using, developed by a white person, then we have to say what, move it. So in the process of moving, what are you going to use? It's also a plugin. To install this plugin, all-in-one WP migration, that is all-in-one WordPress migration. Migration suite for all your data blog, import or export your blog content with a single click. That is, you want to import and export and import all of the database, all the content of your website, everything, and take it to another website, another domain, which is the original one, to replace the one they have. So it's a matter of just installing that plugin on your website, the one you've developed, and then installing the same plugin on their own main domain. So all you need to do is i- use this plugin to export. Let me show you. Can you see? This is the plugin all in one WP migration. Export every database that you have on this website. Then they will give you a link. Copy that link and go to that other domain, install the same plugin, and at that stage import. They will request for the link that this export option generated for you. Input it inside that one, and then you are good to go. So it will import everything that you have here. So that is the function of all-in-one WP migration. This is contact form that we used to build that form that you saw. Can you see? This is its contact form. So everything I've told you, it's all about plugin. This is Elementor which is our pre-builder that we are using to build. All of this one comes with the LOD, all of them, you don't need them. It comes with the installation file. This is Lightspeed Cage. For example, if you are developing your website and it is getting slow, or you are not able to see the live preview it live, is becoming slow. You just need to clear your cache. So use Lightspeed cache to increase the performance of your website, to optimize it so that it can run very faster. Then you have Loginizer. See, a lot of plugins that you can use. One click demo, import demo content. That is, you can use this to import a demo. Use it to import what's it called? A theme, a pre-built website. That all you need to do is just to change the content, change the images, and then make it suit your own website, your own need. So you have kill form, all of these things. Now, this is slider revolution. I think before we wipe up this website, let's now go to how to develop slider revolution, how to develop sliders. This is one thing we need to do. I just taught you how to add the slider to your website. So let's go to how to build the slider itself before we wipe off this website, which is one thing. So that is how to build the hero section. I just clicked on slider revolution plugin now. So all the plugins you install, you will see them on this side. If you saw it, you will see them on this side. So this is the interface of the slider revolution. So we want to build a new slider or new blank module. So just click on that. And if you want a template, there are templates there too. But I always prefer to build from scratch so that I can unleash my creativity to really build what I want. So you're not constrained by someone else's design, and that may not really fit into what you want. So, but if you don't really have the time, then you can go by templates. But if you have the time, then why not use your own creativity to design something that really makes sense? So we're waiting for it to load so that we can. Yeah, this aspect requires lots of data, not just for it to load, but not really. So we don't need guide. We just keep. So this is the interface, and then whatever you are doing, this is where you get to see them. If you want to add animation, this is where you get to see whatever you are doing. So this is where you see the panel where you see what you are doing, and this is the preview, how it looks like on the web, on the real website. So we need a background, right? We need a background. Click on slider background, click on that, and then what kind of background do we need? We need that. Let's say we need an image. So let's go choose an image. Okay, let's choose this image. Okay, let's choose this image. I want to darken one. Yeah. So we just choose this image. You can decide to preview what you are doing. Let's see. Can you see we have the image? So this is what you are going to see on the main website. So we have the image there. So let's go back. We now see that we have an image. So what else do we want? You want to add what title do you want to display on your website? Let's say you want to add a title. Easily come over to add layer. You want to add text. What kind of text? You want to add headline. Okay. So you have select the kind of headline you want, kind of style. So I want this big one that pops, and I want to edit it. Close this. You have the editing panel here. So let's say let's say that is the kind of heading you want. Let's or let's say we want to centralize it. You can decide to centralize the size of position. You can decide to use whichever style you want, to centralize your work. But then I don't want it to be at this. I don't want this to be at this. I just want to give this vertical. Now, let's say we want a paragraph. You can add paragraph. So you can see we have image here. We have the heading here. It is laying on top of each other. And then I need another text, but this time I need a content text style. Sorry. Yeah, I need a content type. So let's just add this. Okay, let's add this. That is it there. Close this. So let's just copy something. I just want I just want a demo text, okay, so that we don't waste our time on trying to write stuffs. Let's just copy. So that way you have it there. And then let's say you want it to be in the center. Yeah, yeah. Okay. You can drag it, you know, to fit whichever you want it. Now you can see that there. So let's say you also want a button, okay? Let's say you want a button. Okay, come to the layers, add button. So what kind of style of button do you want? You can easily select them here and then you can begin to modify. So let's say I want this round one. Yeah, okay. Now you can edit your button. Now it says just pause. I believe you know what buttons means. Just the action you want them to take. Get started, or get in touch with whatever you want. Can you see they are all here? So now this one that you have just done is the web version. Can you see this is a desktop view? This is where you get to see the views. And this is where you get to do whatever you want to do. You want to add animations, you want to put action. Okay, this button now, you want to add link to it. Just come to action. What action do you want to take? You want what kind of trigger? Okay, you want it to have a simple link. Just come to simple link. And then when people click on it, what do you want? You want click. So the interaction is click. And then simple, you want it simple. Okay, a simple link. Enter the link here. So let's assume the link of the website you want is you want it to link to testleaders.com. Copy the URL that you want and then paste it in there. Do you want it to open in a new tab or you want it in the same window? So all of those things you will see all of those settings there easily. So the moment you close it, it is already done. And just close it and the link is there. So by the time we preview, we're gonna see it now. So I just click on preview. Can you see? So we can easily begin to align it. You know, if you want it to become bolder, cannot okay, I need to yeah, I just reduce my screen so that I can actually see what I'm doing. So you may need so this is where we get to use external screen. But then if you are using a single laptop, just use Control or Alt plus or minus to reduce the screen size so that the screen can look wider. Okay. So we have this here. So what I'm doing right now is the okay. So we have an arrow section. It's very simple. We have an arrow section, and then you can decide to add animation. If you want to add animation to that, do you want it to ease in or ease out? Eh? What kind of animation do you want? You can decide to begin to add all of those things from here. So not to waste our time, these are things you need to play with. You need to start playing with all of these stuffs and then be able to do things on your own. So now we've just done completed the desktop view. How it's going to look like on the desktop? That is what we've just completed. How about how it's going to look on notebook? Uh, so you can easily turn that on. You want it. So how's it going to look on notebook? I think it's still fine on notebook. How's it going to look on tablet? That cannot be fine. Can you see? So you just have to adjust this manually. Eh, we adjust it. That is it. Okay, I want to select text. We adjust it. We adjust it in a way. So just just for the purpose of this class, just for you to understand how it works. Uh that is for tablets like iPad, then mobile phone. How do you want it to look like? On mobile phone, don't worry. Don't forget that most people that you deal with that are going to be using the website are going to be using the mobile version. So you need to really consider the mobile version. And you really need to work on that. So what you want to do is make it mobile friendly. And at this stage, for me, I would like to. So whichever way you want it to look, just begin to design it from here. And if you want it to, yeah, if you want it to come in that way, and if you want to broaden it so that it can be well readable, whichever way you want it to be, and you can decide to lock it if you don't want it to affect what you are doing. You can decide to even hide it from here. Can you see? You can decide to lock or hide. You can decide to lock or hide. So whatever it is that you want, you can do from that side. So I want to edit this. And I don't want this one to affect. Okay, I got that. Yeah, and easily you can design your mobile design. You can do your mobile. Then for the, you know, is it going down? So that is for the mobile. So let's go preview. Let's go preview again. So you can see this is for the mobile. You can come to previewing the notes notebook, the iPad. Okay, that is not good enough. The mobile, okay, the mobile is good, still fair, except that you need to align this to center. So, well, let's deal with this tablet. Yeah. I just put it actually. So that is how you do your responsiveness. Let's preview again. Okay, so the tablet is good, the mobile is good, the notebook is good. So let's before we round up on this, let us add these to our hero section. Uh, yeah, or let's add it to our hero section on the website. That is the first page that you land on the website. I just saved it, so make sure you save whatever work you've done. I just saved it now, and I'm going back to WordPress. Okay, going back to WordPress dashboard, and I want to visit the website so that I can be able to edit the home page. Now I'm just let's allow it to load. Okay, so we want to use that home page to replace this. Yeah, the one we just developed. We want to use to replace this. Okay, let's use to replace this one that we did. Edit with Elementor. Okay, so what is that? Okay, I think we added it after year. We added it just shortly after. So in a situation whereby you can't find that that's a section. What you do is you come to navigator. Okay, come to navigator. If it's go to a section that you can find that section. That is section one, two. This section is the home page. Is section two. The third one is the one you can find, which is inside. Just click on it. The reason is because I already lifted this up. So come to open that section. Open the column. You see image. You have image inside that. Okay, it means it is not even on that section. So or did we? I think we didn't save that project. Oh, sorry, we didn't save that project, so we can't find that section. So if you want to add, let's assume we want to add, you want to replace this slider with this. Just come to select module. Okay, this is the new one we just added. Slider two. I think this is the new one we added. Can you see it now? So this is how you get to change. This is how you get to build your own page. Okay, this is how you get to build your own page. So unleash your creativity, begin to do stuff, begin to add new things, explore all of these functions, and then use it to create. If you want to build uh, a new home page, you can easily say, okay, come to create new section. I already told you the other time, type revolution, then select to ask to select what you the slide you built that you want to use, you just selected it, and then click on apply if you want. If you like, you can click up on this directly. It's going to load, preview it. It. Oh, sorry. Let's update it and preview changes, and you will see there. Yeah, I'm previewing changes now. So you can see that we have it there. So that's just a simple way to create this. So one last thing we want to do is I want to reset. We want to now we are good to go to format this whole website. We want to delete everything off so that you can see if you have issues with your website, you can delete everything off. And I want to show us to build footer and header, and then we are done with WordPress. And Wednesday you're ready to move to Webflow. So you already know whatever you want to do. Don't forget theme plugin. If I'm going to teach you themes now, so let's go to plugin. We want to reset the website. Go to add new plugins. We want to go to add new. We need a plugin. Can I can anyone guess the name of the plugin that we need? This is why you need to make see if you need to make research from online. Okay, take for example, you want to research your website. You don't know the plugin to use. You can easily come to Google. Let me open a new tab and say Google. What is the what plugin? See, make Google your friend, please. What plugin? Already you know that what you need is a plug. What plugin can I use to reset my WordPress website freely? Don't forget add freely or else they'll give you the paid one. Now, can you see? Using the WordPress plugin, another quick and easy way to simply get rid of all our content is to use the free WP Reset plugin. So let's just copy WP Reset plugin. So whatever you want to do, it resets your site database to the default installation values without modifying any files. Can you see? So it is going to keep the setup of your WordPress intact, but it's going to clear up all of those errors, all those websites, whatever you want, and you have a clean slate to work on, to build another website, to do whatever you want to do. So don't forget, I use this website to develop a website for someone and develop to the person. So that means I can still use it. In fact, we're using it now to build another one. So usually come here, type in, we I've copied it from Google. Assuming I don't know the plugin at all, I've copied it from Google. Now I want to install it. Can you see WP reset install? So think of that thing you want to do that you don't know the plugin that can do it for you. Why not go to Google and say, oh, I want to add an e-commerce to my website. What plugin can I use? What plugin can I use to add an e-commerce functionality to my WordPress website freely? You can say what free, whichever English you want to use. Can you see best free e-commerce, and the best for real is WooCommerce. So simply go to plugin and download WooCommerce, and you have it there. So it's as simple as that. All right. Now, we just installed WP Reset. Then we want to activate. Let's activate it now. Now, WP Reset activated. So it is asking us to open tools. So just come to, you can either come down here, you will see WP Reset, or you open it. Yeah, you open it directly. So let's open WP Reset because we are now ready to reset that website completely. We're ready to reset it completely. So everything we have on the website will be gone. They may ask you to say, come and pay this or that. Don't bother yourself. Just close that. Click on it on an empty space. That will leave you. So what you want to do for you to reset, they want to be sure that you are really, really ready to reset your website to clear off everything you have done, plugin theme, all of the content, everything you have done. You are really ready to lose it forever. So they will simply ask you to type reset to be sure you are not making a mistake. Type reset. So all you need to do is type reset and then click on reset site. It will still ask you again, are you sure you want to reset this site? Clicking reset WordPress will reset your website to default values. all content will be lost. Always create a snap. So if you don't want to use, now I said I'm still saying I want to reset. So reset WordPress. So it is a gunner. Otilon here. Now we are back to the normal WordPress. The only thing that will be remaining on this website, see, we are back to our WordPress. Welcome to WordPress. As if we just installed the WordPress dashboard. Just remember when we installed WordPress dashboard, this is where we landed. So let's visit this site and see what we have. Over on that and come to visit site and see. Can you see? So we are back to the we don't have that website again. We are back to the default sample of a web of WordPress website. So we have a clean. So most of you, I think this is where you would be, except for those who already developed the one we did on Friday. So if you are still at this stage, now see what you're going to do. If you are still on this stage and you don't want to, go through the page development that I taught you last week, you want to use a template or you want to use whatever, come to appearance. Don't forget I taught you themes and I also taught you plugins. Plugins adds functionalities to your website, extra functionalities like an add-on. Now, themes is just like you already have a preset template, an already built website that you just want to modify to fit into your plan or to fit into what you want to use your website for. So you just want to make your work easier and fast. You don't want to start building from the scratch. Just come to themes, which is actually recommended for you to have it. At least you must have one theme at the background of your website, except you want to go into some codings to be able to build other functionalities. For you, I recommend if you really want to go into no coding, use Teams. So the only thing that will be remaining on this website, I think, is the WP reset plugin. All of those things, it's just there, but can you see it has been deactivated? So if you like, you can delete them. If you want, you can still activate them. So the only thing we may need to activate here is the Elementor. Let me see. I think we have this WP reset, but they are not. All of these things are not functional. They are just there. Yeah. So let's go to Teams. We need a team. So these are teams, websites that have been built, pre-built websites that you can easily use. Okay, that you can easily use. So if you like, go for the ones that allows you uh to import demo, and if you like, go for the ones that just gives you that header and footer and allows you to start customizing. So you can choose whichever theme that you want it. So if I'm to be you, I'll just come to uh, Google and say what are the best free WordPress themes for a starter. Okay, can we see? They said the first one is Astra, but it's a premium one that is you have to pay, but it gives you access you know, to free ones. So we have Astra. So you can easily come here, come to your dashboard and say you want new theme and you download Astra. So this is Astra. It's still loading. So there's no theme you want here that you can't get. Okay, this is Astra. And then it looks really beautiful. So this is Astra. All you need to do is just install. And if you feel you want to search for all kinds of theme, you can easily go to wordpress.org/themes and get themes from there. There are all kinds of themes you can get from, even the ones with WooCommerce, you know. So you can decide to preview first. Can decide to preview. So by the time we install it, this is what you will get. And you can start to customize this. You can start to change this to whatever name, change all of these things, change the icon. You already have them designed for you. It makes your work very simple. That is the beauty of no code solutions. The websites you want without the development time, which is also the tagline for Webflow. That is, you want a type of website, but you don't have that time to develop, or you don't have that time to write codes. That is the beauty of WordPress, and that is why WordPress powers the majority of websites on the internet now, all over the world. So you can easily install from here, or you can also install from here. So let's just click on install. Now we've installed our theme. Then activate. So it's just as if you are operating your field. Just begin to click, read what you are clicking, understand what you are clicking. So we have it there. If you now come to our website, let's now visit this website, you see it will have changed. Can you see now that we have a different face? We now have a mini footer, you see, powered by Astra. We now have an header just with a content with a. So all you need to do now is check if this theme allows you to import demo. So you can easily come to Astra. This is their plugin, the theme you just downloaded. Just come to that Astra dashboard and see if it allows you to import a demo. It is when you import that demo that you will get something like the one we just that we actually saw. So find out, can they allow you to import a demo? Starter, come to starter templates. Okay, so here you can see that all of their these things are all of these things they are on paid version, and now you can see that, oh, this theme is not meant for me. Then easily you can say, I'm opting out. I want to find another thing. I'm purposely walking us through all of these steps. It's not like I don't have a team that I can just take us through directly. I have lots of those. But I want to take you to the step of, oh, if you have a challenge with something, what do you do? If you are finding team, what do you do? So I'm going to customize. You can also check, oh, if I go to customize, can I be able to customize all of these things? Now you can see you have the options to build header. So you can easily build header. What does header means? You are able to change this logo, change all of these things. So it's as simple as that. Now you want to see, is this team using Elementor? You're able to see, no, it is just using Elementor. Oh, I don't want to use this. So easily you can be able to edit. So, and this is where you add your logo. So you come to customize, and if you want to change your logo, let's try and change the logo to something else. You're already building you're already customizing your website. Change the logo. Okay, let's say we want this logo to replace that. Major construction. Yeah. Let's say you want it to replace that. Okay, that logo is too wide, but then let's try and use it. Can you see? It just replaced it. So all you need to do is to, logo width, reduce the logo width. Can you see? Just reduce it to fit in. And all of this menu, you can easily edit your menu from here. In fact, you can go to menu and edit your menu. So just play around with all of these things. But then let me show you some of the best teams you can choose. I don't know if you've heard about Envato Market. If you have a client you want to work with, you can just go to Envato Elements, Envato Market. So let's try and download a team from Envato. Let's try and download a team. Well, I'm just trying to sign in here. This is a paid version. Let's just get a team. So I need a team. I can say I need a team for WooCommerce, or I need a business team. Okay, let's say I need Max. Um, trying to remember a team. Okay, let's just say I need a WordPress team for. Can somebody give us a service? We want to find a team for a service. Can you mention a service that we can find a team for? Anyone?
Laundry services.
Okay, WordPress team for a laundry services. For a laundry WordPress team for a laundry. Just search. It will give you option to search more. Now you can see it has opened WordPress. See more. Go to see more first. It's searching for you. So let's just hold on for it to search through. Now you have all kinds of team for uh WordPress. Okay, you have all kind of team. This is Dirty Wash. It's just the name of a brand. Okay, they are That dirty word does not mean really mean there's a brand called dirty word. They just built it and call it any name for you. Cleanox, Laundry City. So you just find a team that finds, but you can now search based on what do you want. Do you want a plugin? Can you see they have 429 plugins that you can use for your laundry service? Plugins that fit into laundry service that can give you functionalities in such a way that your client who wants to wash clothes can easily go online, select the clothes, what they want to do, make payment. Plugins that can give you different functionalities. So just if you click on this, it will search for it will give you plugins here. But we want theme. So let's just filter and say we want theme. Now there's a difference between themes and template kit. Themes gives you the complete package. Template kit will only give you sections, ability to copy columns and sections. That is template kit. And most of the time you use template kit on website that you are where you are coding. So don't do that mistake of going for template kits. But if you know you need a particular section on the website, you can go for template kit. So for now, what we need is themes. Just click on themes and click on you want you want your website to be responsive. Responsiveness means you want it to be able to display on both laptop, desktop, um, uh, iPad, and phone across all devices. So choose responsive. You want it to be responsive. It is going to be reduced. Can you see it is already reducing the numbers that you have? So it is going to filter off those ones you don't need. And you also want it to be compatible with what? Elementor. Don't do the mistake of selecting Elementor Pro, because if you select Elementor Pro, then they will ask you to come and pay the minimum of $199 to get Elementor Pro. By the time you download and do it, will not work. So select Elementor. That is the page builder you want to use. All of these things, they are page builder. You have a lot of page builders. Select, we have the PPK, Visual Composer, all of those, they are page builder. Select Elementor. And then so now you have webs. Can you see it has all those clean logs? It has removed them. That is they were not built with Elementor. So now you have this dirty wash, which is the first one, which probably may be the best there. But you can still search for other ones that you want. Okay, but let's go for the first one that we have. You can go for this anyone you want, but let's go for the first one that we have and see if it is truly uh, a laundry service website. Can you see dirty wash services? And so all you need to do, you can read more about what it offers you. These are the things it offers you, what you can do with it, what click demo. It gives you commerce integration, and all of those things. You can search engine optimization automatically done for you. Compatible with Elementor. See if on this side compatible with Elementor Bootstrap, tested up to version 4.6. You see, 5 types: HTML, CSS, JavaScript. So all of those things have been written for you. Eh? It supports updates and all of those things. Just once you just find out that okay, this is what you want, click on download, and then you can get it another file apart from this. So just click on download. Can you see? I'm downloading it now. It's 28 megabytes, and then let's just allow it to fully download. So I just wanted to see how to use templates. So you can easily, if you don't want to do templates, you feel you have the time, you can just come over to that place and then find another theme. Where is appearance? This is appearance. Okay, let's close this. Now, don't forget we already installed a theme. While we're waiting for this to download, we already installed a theme now here, but we don't want to use that theme. We want to use this one we just downloaded. So what do you need to do? You need to come back to your plugins and reset the website again so that it can remove this abstract theme, because we don't want it. We don't like it. Although there are other themes there. So just go to that place, go to your WP reset. We want to reset it again. WP reset. We don't like that theme, so we want to reset our website again to come back new, so that we can, because by the time you place two themes on each other, it conflicts. Different CSS with different CSS. Another HTML file coming over another HTML file. Everything begin to conflict against each other. So we are clearing up the website with our WP reset. So what are we going to do? What are we going to do here? I want someone to remind us. What are we doing here?
We'll type in reset and then click on reset site.
Hello?
Can you hear me, sir? Hello?
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Making the reset, and then are you sure? Yes, we are sure. Click on reset. So while we wait for this to fully download, it is into 13 point something megabyte now. So let's reset our database so that we can have a clean slate to work on. Now we have a clean slate. So we come to appearance, we come to team. Let us hold on for this stuff to download so that we can import it. And then we come to add new. So if you feel like, why, let me just explain certain things to us while we wait for this thing to download. You can find teams, free teams to work with here. If you feel like using free team, work with free team, okay? If you feel like working with one, work with free team. And then come to appearance, you can create, you can go to appearance, you can create whatever you want to do whatever you want to do, you know, build whatever you want to build. You have the dashboard there. If there's anything that you feel like you don't know, see, make Google your friends. The best developers are on earth. Their best friend is Google. That is why it's an open source. You see GitHub, people go to GitHub to go and copy codes and you feel they wrote it. No. So make Google your friend, make the internet your friend generally. It may not be Google, whatever space you want to use. So we already have it downloaded. Let me show it in the file. Okay, this is what we downloaded. Let's unzip it. It is inside zip, so I just unzipped it, and this is a file, which is what we are working it. So once you open it like this, you have different types of files. You have documentation. Documentation is just a document that just explains to you what this file is. You don't need it, except you have the time to read. You have licensing. That is all those readme text, just for them to tell you that, okay, this the policy, the privacy policy of this, blah blah blah. You don't need child team, and you have the main team. This child team is for you to do testing. You don't, for development, you really don't need it. It's for you to just test run how the team works. That is the child team. But you just go directly to, you want to develop plan, just go directly for the main team, which is this dirty wash zip. Use the main one. So let's go back to our team. Add new. We want to import it now. When you click on add new, you have things that you can bring in, but we want to upload, from the file. So click on upload. It is asking us now to choose file. So you can either decide to choose file and navigate yourself to the, click on choose file, you know, open the file itself. Then we want to choose this dirty wash. Okay. And if you don't want to, and then open, once you open it enters. If you don't want to use this side, you can do drag and drop. Eh? Let me do drag and drop so that you can see that it's also going to perform the same action. So I'm just going to drag it, dirty wash. I'm just going to drag it inside. Can you see? So it's still the same thing. If you like, choose and upload. So I just drag it inside and I want to install now. Click on install now. Because you see you already have the file dirty wash .zip. So let's hold on for it to install. It's going to take time. It's going to take time. You can see from this angle it is processing. So you just have to be patient. That is why sometimes you may need a very good network like MTN, and being a place where you have very good fast network. And that is why developers or tech guys, they spend a lot on getting good mobile phones that has fast internet connectivity, or you may have to invest on getting MiFi that are strong, or you can even get this Enomux box. So that is it. Let's just hold on for that to come up. Now, while we are waiting, one thing I also want to show you is you may need images for your website. There are different websites you can get images. I think some people would like to write it down now. You have freepic.com. It is not just images that you get from freepic. You get other assets, okay? Illustrations, vector images, photos, fonts, text effect, whatever you need for your website. You know, apart from text, you also need quality images. You don't want to put images that are blurry on your website. So if you come to freepic.com, you can get images. Let's say now we are building a laundry website. You can search for laundry images. Okay? Search for laundry images. Can you see? Can you see? Yeah. These are laundry images. that you can use on your website. And you can say, okay, a black guy, just add laundry images black man. Change the keyword. Can you see? Black man. So you have laundry images that has to do with black man. Okay, look at this. This is beautiful. And you can easily copy this and use. Okay, the face is not fine. Scroll up. Let's find another one. The same person. Okay. Oh, this is even worse. So let's go up. Oh, how about this? Oh, this is fair. Oh, wow. This is lovely. So you can easily do what? Easily download. You can either download, copy directly, or save image. Or if you want the highest quality, come to download directly. If you're downloading this way, it requires you to sign up or something. Yeah. So just download directly and you have the high quality of that image. Yeah, that is free pick. Another one is pixels.com. Pexels.com. Pixels.com. You can also get quality images from there. If you are building a website for a black person, don't go and use white people's images. It will feel as if you just copy the website from somewhere. Okay, so that is why it's good for you to use keywords. So just search for black man laundry. Just find a keyword and has to do with black man. Okay, this is laundry. Yeah, I still prefer images on free pick than this pixels. You get to see white people mostly on these pixels. Yeah, but you can get very interesting images from there. Another one is on Splash, on splash.com. Those are website where you can get quality images from. So complement your website. So let's find laundry. Just search for laundry service. So you can see lots of laundry service images. You can see. So and you have them on your website. So I don't know if you guys have heard about Slide Recliners before. I developed Recliners.net. So if you go on that website, you would see the kind of I also use a team for this. I didn't build this from the scratch. You see, we used a team for this website. So this is example of laundry. Now, all of these images, I got them from I think Pixels. That is a pop-up form. I got all of these images from I think some from Pixels, some from on Splash. So that these are examples of where you may need images. And you can see icons, colors and book now. I use an icon of phone. We collect money, we clean, clothes, we deliver, eh? A delivery van with time, we deliver. So those are how you can use icon. You can get it, you can download them from all of those places. So it's as simple as that. Those are the things you use icons and images for. All right. So this is a laundry website that I developed, and just for you to see samples of. There's no website you cannot develop. I don't know why this is small like this. I will have to work on this. I don't know. Something must have happened. So let's go back. I think yeah, good. Now team installed successfully. So let's activate. Everything you install, you have to activate, unless you want to do auto activate. Now it has been installed successfully. Now it is telling you that this team requires the following plugins. So it means that thing, this thing we just downloaded requires lots of plugins for it to work. But you don't want to be installing them one after the other. So you can just say begin installing plugins. So just install them automatically. Begin installing plugin. So and just you don't want to be doing them install one, install this two, install just check all of them. Can you see all of them are checked? And come to action, install, then apply. So you are saying install everything. So everything is going to install now. Can you see? Automatically everything is installing for you. So once it is done, it will tell you it is done so that you can activate. Now return, it is fully installed. Now return, can you see all installations have been completed? Return to require plugins installer. Return back there so that you can activate. Can you see these are the plugins you need for that? You can see Elementor is the first. Yeah, for this, and you can see one-click demo import that I told you the other time that allows you to import designs, import a demo, a preset, a pre-built website for you so that you can modify. Now, one-click demo import, you don't want to be activating them, then you have Starter Revolution that allows you to build hero sections, beautiful ones. So you don't want to be installing e-commerce. You also have WooCommerce that adds e-commerce functionalities to your website. So you don't want to be installing all of these things one after the other. The same step, click on that to mark, check all of them. Then what you want to do is activate. Select activate and apply it to all of them. So all the 9 plugins will activate automatically now. So let's hold on. It's going to activate, it's still running. You can see here it's running. Yes, the following plugins were activated successfully. So you don't have anyone left to activate. So if you come to plugins now, you realize that all of them will have been activated. If you come to plugin now, you realize all of them will have been successfully activated. Uh, Elementor is asking you to create accounts. Don't worry. You may decide to close, create or not. Just close from here. Or you can skip from here. But then I prefer to close from here so that I close everything completely. So that I can go back to my dashboard and do my thing. Then WooCommerce may still ask you to also do its own. So don't worry about that. So you can see your dashboard is now complete. It's now fuller. You have lots of functions. So come back to your install plugins to see all of those plugins that came automatically um, with a file, with the team. Can you see you have them that you have installed automatically? So you have all of them here. So what you want to do now, if you go to your website, you will see that you have downloaded. It's not going to be displaying fully now. Let's see what we have. Let's see what we have. Okay, can you see? At least now you can see we have a better footer. Can you see we have header? You can create menu and start say home, about us, our services, all of those things. You can start creating them here. So you can see we have a better interface, right? It's coming up. But we need it to look exactly like the one we saw here. If you click on the one we saw here that we downloaded, you can preview. See, come to live preview. Internet error with their this thing. Don't worry about that. So let's go back. That is why it is good to preview. I just hope by the time we do it won't bring internet error. So let's go back to, you now go to appearance, go to import demo data. That is, you want to import that same theme, that website, the way it looks like on the theme that you downloaded or purchased. So come to import demo data and then you want to import this demo the way these websites look like. You don't want it to look just like this, simple like this. You want this website exactly all of the laundry website, so that you can just modify the logo to your own, change the logo to your own, change the words to your own words, change the image to your own image, and all of those things. So come to import demo data. You don't need all of these things. If you need it, check it. But for the purpose of this class, yeah, I would advise you check it. You need it. Uh, Monster Insights, you know what it does. It allows you to analyze your website to know how many people visit your website, give you analysis. All-in-one SEO allows your website to rank high. WP form allows you to build forms. So that is for that. But all you need to do now is continue and import. We don't have the time for this. Continue and import. Now you have to be patient. Allow it. It's importing the complete database of a whole website. Just like I told you that you can export your website to another website. So same way now we are importing a website from somewhere that somebody already built, a demo. Not like the person built it and it's a real website. It's a demo that is available for anyone to use, to customize to your own. So we are importing that content, and we need to be patient for that to work. Why we wait for that? Let me just walk you through something. Um, okay, I want to walk you through. If you want to use Canva, if you want to edit image, I told you the other time that if you want to edit image, maybe you want to edit the image of your that you want to put on your website, you can use either go to canva.com. I know many of us know how to use Canva. You can use Canva, sign up, create an account, and then learn how to use edit image. That is if you need an image. But for me, I prefer to use what we call Adobe Photoshop. So let's just do that. Adobe Adobe Photoshop. Okay, so while we wait for our content to import, let me walk you through. So this is Adobe Photoshop. You come to new file, create new file. You want a square image so that it can fit into your website. Come to 1080 by 1080, and if it's if the image you are working with has to do with web based, that is the size of your hero section, you come to web, and you can see select web most common, web large, web medium, web minimum, whichever one you want. But for the purpose of this class, I'll just use normal image. So 1080 by 1080, I just selected it. Great. Okay, so if you need to name more, if you need to name Adobe Photoshop fully or Adobe together with Adobe Illustrator, you can hit me up separately. This is not a design class. This is a web development class. Yeah. So, but I said I was going to walk to the fundamentals. These are your toolbar. Where you have your tools, and then this is where you have your elements. You can see what you're working on, your layers, your properties, your characters, whatever you want to do. While we wait for this thing to import, it takes time actually. So let's try and find an image that has to do with we want to find an image, edit an image that has to do with laundry that we can put on our website. So let's go over to freepick.com. I told you there are lots of design websites. Let's go to www.freepick.com. Type freepick.com. Let's find a laundry image. Find two. We want to edit two together to put on our website. Laundry black man. Okay, so let's say we want, yeah, good. This person resembles somebody that I know. So not to waste time, you can just decide to copy image, and you can decide to save the image if you want. If you have, the reason I don't like to save image, although this copy will give you a lesser quality, but I also don't want higher quality on my website because I don't want it to be too heavy. So you can decide to, now I want to create a rectangle because I just want two designs, two images to show on my website. So I'm going to give it border radius, border radius, Control V. I just did Control V. I just pasted my image. And right now I want to clip in the image. Control Alt G. Control Alt G. I just clipped in the image. All right. I just clipped in the image. Now I want to make the second one. Because I just want to show styles, different style. I just want to show different style. I just want to make my website interesting. So now let's find second image. Let's say, let's say we want to use this. Just copy this, Control V. Just pasted it, Control V. Reduce it to the size of the artboard. Yeah. This is the size of the artboard. Okay, and then Control Alt G, because on the layers it is on top of it. So Control Alt G. So we have it there, but I think we didn't give this border radius. Let's give it a border radius from there. Yeah. So that is the image we want to put on our website. All right. So let's say we want to have some designs. You can even add some. Let's add some designs there. While we wait for this thing to. Okay, can you see it's still important? So it takes time. So let's add some interesting design there. What color should we give that? Let's give it this blue color for water. They also use it for iron. Yeah. So we can decide to make that for. Oh, sorry. Just zoom this in. Let's decide to make that for. I just do something. Okay. So let's let's just, yeah. So I can actually lock this so it doesn't affect what we're trying to do. I can lock all of this. Yeah, I just locked it so that you can't select it. So we're just trying to play around something here. You can do whatever you want to do, design whatever you want to design. Okay. So just to make our design, look more nice. So let's just place that here. And you can decide to duplicate it and bring it here. So yeah. So we have that there. And then one thing I also love to do is give this stuff. I would love a shadow background. Yeah, okay. I love a shadow background under those images. So let's go back to our layers and unlock all of these things back. I locked something. Okay. So I'm just going to unlock all of them. Unlock all of them. Then we want to give this rectangle a shadow background. I was supposed to have um, given that shadow. So come to layers. I was supposed to have duplicated it before now and give it drop shadow. Okay. Is it showing? Yeah. So I was supposed to have given it duplicated it before now. Okay. Let me see if I can do that. Good. Duplicate layer. So I'm going to retrieve this. Control Alt G. Then this one underneath. Let's give it shadow background. Layer style. Shadow. I want to see the shadow I'm giving to it. Yeah. Just a subtle one. Okay. The opacity. You don't need to show. All right. So we have our design ready. Now, our team is, can you see import complete? Congrats, your demo was imported successfully. You can now begin editing your site. You can either go to team settings and start setting up to suit your website, or you can now visit the website. I think we should visit the website. Let's see what we have. Let's see what our website now look like. Now you can see we have a full and complete website. Let's hold on for this to load. It's loading. Let's hold on for our Erosion to load. It is slow because it was just they didn't optimize the standard evolution. So can you see we have our laundry service, to provide on-time delivery and best laundry service. So you can start editing this to suit you. 90, you can change the 1992 to since 2023, and you see, you can start building. You can start building whichever way you like. Can you see? You can start developing whichever way you like. These are testimonials. You can begin to put testimonials of people in there. These are blogs, articles. You can begin to, these are footers. So change them the way you want. So I think we should create something. Yeah, let's just, what's the time? We spent more than 2 hours. So if you want to start editing now, what do you need? If you want to start editing now, all you need to do is just come over here, edit with Elementor, just the same way we've been doing it. Let us import our image. I think I now need it. File, exports. Should I export it as PNG, or if you, I'm going to save it for web. The reason for that is because you want it to you want a very small size that also retains the quality. So I'm just going to save it for web, but I'm going to save it as medium. I don't want the eye, so it's going to maintain the quality. So where is it saving to? Let me just save it to desktop because I don't want it to. Yeah, I'm still going to do it to top later. Okay, so we've saved that. Now, our home page for laundry service is now editable, and we can easily begin to, the same way we've talked about resolution. You can build in the different style resolution, and you can even edit this and change the content, change the image under it. You can say you want to edit this to since 1992, change it to since 2023. Okay, so you've started editing your website. If the service you are rendering is not all ladies gent, if it's all men's, all men's, so you've started editing your website. If you have people you partner with, add their images here. Just click on it, and you see you can edit the image and upload your own image. Can you see? You can delete all of these ones off. You can delete them off, and come to add to gallery, and upload your own image that you already have on your system. Can you see? So you can begin to edit all of these things. So now let's create a new section. If you don't have the template that you want here and you want to create a new section, can we try and create one? Let's try. Yeah, let's create a new section. We want to create, you know. Now I'm now fast because you already know all of these things. So we need an image. Let's bring it here because we already have an image here. So let's alternate it. Let's bring it to this side. Let's go for our image. Let's upload our image. Go into the desktop. Where is that? Can you see that image? Just let it open. Don't forget, write your caption. What's the image for? Laundry services, blah blah blah. Just write your content in those places, and write it and put it there, and install if you like. Now we have our image inside this place. Because can you see? Because the background is white. We also, and don't forget the background of. I decided to use white background here too. You see, it's also white, so it complements. Now we have a new section here. We just want to write something. Let's just bring in the best laundry service. Right. What's the name of this guy that told us to search for laundry service? Are you still there? Hello? Are you guys still there? Please, I want to be sure that you guys can still hear me.
I
I hope I'm
hear you.
Yeah, I hope I'm not teaching myself. What's the name of this guy that said we should do laundry service? Oh, I think it's probably off. Maybe I slept or it's okay. So the best laundry service by Ogumaki. Yeah, let's just do that. Okay, and then let's just add if we need drag it. Yeah, if you need some other, just drag it whichever way you want. You need a button, also put it. So you already know all of these things. You already know all of these things. Then if you need I think you should put a space up there. Put a space. You need more space for it to be in the middle. So it's as simple as that. And if you feel like you don't like this font, you want to change this font, easily come to your style, typography, change the font from default, find your font. Do you want to use Inter? Change it to Inter. You want to increase the size, do whatever you want to do with it. So that is how to edit. Can you see? That is how to use templates, to use no code solutions. Just whatever you need, find it. Use the internet to find it and bring it. Find a team, find a plugin, bring it to your website, and you're ready to build. So far, so good, guys. That is all what we have for you on the WordPress development. Now you have the tools. Start using your team, start using your plugin, and with this tool, you are ready to build any website on it. Teams and plugins, start using them. You're ready to build any website. And if you feel like what you need is you want to customize, you also can do that. Okay. So you can start just subscribe to any mentors listen and then start customizing. If you feel like what you need, you need a custom, can you say custom CSS? So if you upgrade your Elementor, you have access to write your own code and bring it in. So that is if you know how to write code. Yeah.